I'm glad you mentioned this because this was another question that I had. And I sat down yesterday that I was feeling okay, and I really tried to hone down and narrow the list of the law schools that I think I could see myself attending. So instead of just general thoughts of law schools, trying to narrow down specifically, like for me, I'm drawn to the New York or staying here in New Jersey, just that area. Uh, some law schools that are just like maybe dream schools are outside of that, but the ones that I really see myself attending and reasonably getting into and being able to afford are within this area. So I sat down, I narrowed those schools down so that I could um, hopefully call them in the next few days and talk with them about my situation, not really saying, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm sick," and victimizing, but would it be reasonable if would I have a reasonable chance of getting accepted and getting scholarship um, if I apply first week of February versus I'm not really sure when February LSAT comes back. First week of March, I suppose. Some of those deadlines are March 1st.
Yeah.
So uh, can I submit the rest of my application and then uh, when the LSAC sends my LSAT score, is that okay? But I'm hoping to have these conversations with law schools. I would still like to maybe I should take a PT and see how I'm scoring after all this time. Um, I would still like to take January because this semester is starting and it's an extremely busy semester for me. I'm doing my thesis and my credits are full. So there's just a lot that's going to be going on. And this LSAT is the last one before the semester starts to take course. So I would consider it. Being very honest with myself, I'm not sure how much improvement um, I'll see in the amount of time that I think that I'll have to study realistically between January and February. Um, Again, if you have any thoughts on that, I'd be willing to push it back. But I still um, am planning on attending in fall of 2021. So this upcoming cycle for law school. So
Yeah, I do have some thoughts, and it's a perfectly fair question. Another 5 or so weeks between the January and February LSATs could make a big difference,
mhm,
even just putting in 5, 10 hours a week over that period. If you can manage it, you may
mhm,
see a boost.
mhm,
It's worth considering if you can budget out that time in your schedule, understanding that this semester will, of course, restart. You'll have more work going on for it.
right.
And then you'll want to look into specific law schools. What are their deadlines? A lot of
Mhm,
schools will take February LSAT results, even if their published deadline is March 1st. They're a
mhm,
little bit more fluid with these sorts of things than you might think. And so it's worth asking. You could
mhm,
theoretically submit your entire application before that time, and then they'll just wait on that score.
mhm.
Depends on the situation. Every school is different. You just got to ask.
Right. Okay. So I'll definitely do that since I have my list. I'll start going through them, calling them, um, so that they have me on record as somebody interested, but also to figure that out. Because I do think that's pretty important. Um, I My brain just went blank. I'm a little nervous in terms of um, scholarship money since that is such a big factor of where I'll end up attending. But I need to keep reminding myself that it's better to put it off a little bit and get a higher score than have just a mediocre score. And
And you're not putting it off, by the way. You're allowing more time to reach your fullest potential in general. And then, especially COVID knocking you back a little bit, it's totally understandable. COVID
yeah.
knocked it. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.